There's a supply of food and water for up to 2 weeks. Just in case we get stranded from either shore. Okay, so don't worry, we'll be okay. As I mentioned earlier, the only emergency being the toilets we're likely to encounter today. They're located downstairs in the middle of the boat here. The bar's open if you've been along. Now, apart from all that, folks, okay, we have a couple of options for you. Option A would be the audio guide. Okay, now the company supplied this. It's quite a clever bit of technology. What it enables me to do is go and sit back in the nice air-conditioned wheel box, put my feet up and push play. Okay, on the way downstream, it points out a couple of places of interest.
It's sometimes called the Ladies Bridge, a name that dates back.
Right, so you've had a little taster of that. Right, so put your hand up if you want to keep that audio guide on. Don't worry, there's always one. There you are, get off. Is that a live commentary? Okay, alright. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll start over to the left. There's a building and this should be the rest of you really. Just put your hand up if you do not care about clocks. As the Ladies Bridge of London. And that is because the workforce was over 80% female. So well done the girls. Give yourselves a pat on the back because you built the longest bridge in London. Now not only is it the longest bridge, girls, it's also the only bridge on the river that has ever been finished on time. Yeah. They're the ugliest buildings by 10 top architects. And quite frankly, I do have to agree with them, as it is one ugly building. Victorian police, they would patrol down by the banks of the River Thames, and if they saw the water had reached the lions, they would then evacuate all the nearby buildings. London was at risk of flood. So they was taught a poem to help them remember that. Okay, now the poem goes, if you see the lions are drinking, then London will soon be sinking. Now is this anybody's first visit to London today? Yours first? Okay, quite a few of you. Well, the weather's always like this. And it's always like this. It's overcast. But at least it's not raining today. That's always a bonus. But what people don't realise is London has some of the finest beaches anywhere in the world. Now you look back on the right, that's the South Bank Riviera. And that is definitely the place to go and top up your tan on a sunny day. The South Bank Riviera. Now we've got all this working going over on the left, right? You see all these pens? Well, you find 3 bridges built this close together. Right? They're often referred to as the Tunnel of Love. They say as we go through, just turn to your loved one, give them a quick kiss, you'll be granted many years of happiness. Now, if any of you have forgotten to bring your loved one with you today, then by all means just turn to your husband or wife. Okay, it will work the same, I promise you. If there's any single girls aboard the boat, then by all means you can come up here, and what we'll do, we'll let me go and give Barry the captain a kiss. No? Okay, if there's any single men and you'd also like to come up, we'll let you go and kiss Barry as well. He's very open-minded, doesn't he? Now the first one of the 3 is the Blackfriars Road Bridge. The last one of the 3, the Blackfriars Railway Bridge. The redstone columns that was in the middle, they was the remains of the St Paul's Railway Bridge. They used to carry the London to Chatham and Dover railway trains. Got a power station. This now houses the Gallery of Modern Art. Okay, it's the Tate Modern, and it is entirely free to enter. We just went through a bridge. That one was the infamous wibbly or wobbly footbridge. Probably with on the more afternoon if you're into Shakespeare's works. And these stairs that come down into the river. Now this is Southwark Causeway, okay, but we all know these as Wren's steps. Because Sir Christopher Wren, he used to come down to these stairs every morning and board a small waterman's ferry to be taken over to St Paul's when they were building. Okay, now you must remember, back in them days, there was definitely going to the end. Okay, of this next bridge. Anyone? It's not a trick question, folks. All you need to do across in there. But the one before that was a 5 arch, and it was found to be sinking into the river. So we did Anyone? Yeah? Can you kindly stay here for the rest of the day? But nobody ever believed it and sold it to Will.i.am for £29.5 million. Okay? Now I know that figure if you're into naval or maritime history at all. I mean, just look at the sheer enjoyment of everybody's faces on the river. They're having a thoroughly smashing day. It's when you go up onto the bridge, then you see them. Yeah. I spent hours up there. I took my little brother. It's been designed so the two centre mascles can be opened and raised to when it was all steam operated back and forth. Watch all the boats go up and down through the bridge, as well as look down on them and don't panic, you will be safe, because currently he's driving this boat. Right? So don't worry,